Thank you so much for joining us on this live Sunday, the 31st day of May, 2015. We're just about to be halfway through 2015, 2016, and beyond. I saw some emails and some comments on Thursday and Friday at Infowars.com with trolls saying, you better watch it, claiming Hastard's a pedophile, you crazy conspiracy theorist. None of the media is saying why he was paying somebody allegedly to hush him up. Really, we had an investigative journalist on who documented it and said that they were basically blackmailing him. That's why he was chosen as a wrestling coach to suddenly be run for the State House and then into the House of Representatives and then be made Speaker of the House, even though his tenure was incredibly junior. And now The Hill is talking about Dennis Hastard's weird call from 2014 on C-SPAN when somebody called in and said, remember me, Denny? Well, everybody can eat crow yet again. Here it is in the precious New York Times. Yorkville, where Hastard's taught, is shaken by charges for Denny. Former House Speaker Dennis Hastert accused of hiding sex abuse of former student. You better believe it's students. And this guy is in the club, folks, the Sandusky Club, like the rest of the Republican leadership. Hastert, star wrestler, standing behind indicted mentor, though, so everything's okay. Here's the headline out of CNN. Hastert's hush money was to cover up sexual misconduct with former student, sources say. As if it took the media 3-4 days to figure this out. They all know. Notice Rand Paul is one of the only Republicans saying he won't go along with the Patriot Act, NSA spying. He's set to filibuster tonight. We're going to break all that down today. And that's because I'll guarantee you the worst he's got in his closet is taking hot chicks down to the river as a college student and smoking pot with them and talking about Aqua Buddha. That's it. Smoking pot and taking out cheerleaders. That's all you got. Take the marijuana out of the equation. He's a man after my own heart. But it's just classic. And you add in the wild turkey into the equation in college, and now you're where I was at. And I'm not even defending any of that. It's just they have gone over his record with a fine-tooth comb and can't find anything. And that's why I'm telling you, Rand Paul is the guy. And he's being demonized in the media today from Fox News to CNN because he is good. And that's where I stand on that front. We've got O'Malley announcing that he's going to run against Hillary. Hope he doesn't get on any airplanes soon. But he may just be a ringer, though. So we're going to obviously follow that. He says that leadership is what he's going to bring. How about the Constitution? That'd be nice. Now, that said, we've got 1 minute to break. I haven't even gotten into the news that's here. The other meme I see from the trolls is, where's the gun control, Alex? Nobody wants your guns. Where's the death panels, Alex? Where's the increasing Obamacare prices? Oh, it's even in Politico today that the prices are exploding under Obamacare. Where's the NSA spying? Oh, I guess it is there. Oh, where's the license plate readers? Oh, I guess it is there. Where's the fluoride causing cancer? Oh, I guess they admit that now. Where's the government funding Al-Qaeda? Oh, it was declassified last week. It was leaked last week. To Judicial Watch that the government runs Al-Qaeda, runs ISIS, is protecting them. I'm right. I'm proven correct over and over again. Just because what we're covering hides in plain view. But here it is. Administration preps new gun regulations, The Hill. Upwards of 20 different gun grabs coming by executive order. Stroke of the pen, law of the land, kind of cool, Bagala said. It's all coming up. But I return live Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. with the abbreviated Sunday News Update. Because there's always so much news that breaks over the weekend that the system tries to bury under the proverbial carpet. Okay, let me just do it this way. It's so over the top. Every day, exponentially, the news gets more insane. I'm not the only one noticing that. Dennis Hastert wasn't rocket science. It's a pedophile cover-up. There's a whole ring up there in Congress, Democrats and Republicans. They recruit their own people in. They go right to the top because they're totally compromised. We're going to play a clip that the Hill newspaper is reporting on where Dennis Hastard's weird 2014 phone call on C-SPAN. We told you on Thursday when it broke and on Friday with the investigative journalist that broke all this in 2006 that Hastard was covering up basically a pedophile ring. So it's not just him having sex with people on the wrestling team, allegedly. And allegedly Bill Clinton's a liar. And allegedly Obamacare increases your prices. No, it's not alleged. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Congress is just chock full of these predators. It's a predator cult. Same cult took over much of the Catholic Church. It'll take over your school. It'll take over your police department. That's how evil operates. So we're going to be breaking all that down. CNN, Hastard's hush money was to cover up sexual misconduct with former students, sources say. Really? Think so? We broke it all here in 2006 on record with Wayne Madsen. And I'm not bragging, but we broke the NSA. We broke the gun grabs, we broke the carbon taxes, we broke it all of it. But not because we're special. The mainstream media lies and deceives on purpose. Their job is to cover up what's really happening until it's too late, then they try to spin it. And that's why newspaper circulation in just the last 12 months, what they had left is down 50% plus, and hundreds of newspapers are closing as we speak. AFP reports on it. Newspapers struggle to find path in digital age. Well, there are print publications that tell the truth that are also digital that are doing just fine. Look at InfoWars while we're just exploding. All right, I just hit one story there. Let me just give you the other headlines. This is so big, I'm not going to cover it till the start of the next hour. Administration preps new gun regulations from the Hill newspaper up in D.C. Of course, the headline should be, Obama announces draconian, unconstitutional executive bans on guns. Or Obama becomes more of a dictator and vows to restrict the Second Amendment outside of law. But see, no one calls it that now when he erases the border and orders the Border Patrol to, quote, complete the smuggling process, in their words. That's from the Border Patrol. And the Border Patrol, it turns out, called the New York Times, the Washington Post. They called everyone, including Breitbart, who does some good work on the border. And no one would send reporters down to show the illegals being loaded on buses last year to be then shipped around the country and the Border Patrol being ordered to pay for it. We went, we did the interviews, we showed the buses, we talked to the emergency manager of McAllen. He said, none of this is hidden. They've been doing it for the last few months. We load the illegals on, the Border Patrol gives them the vouchers, they're sent to Democratic Party facilities, and then they're given basically their voter ID cards, and the rest is history. And what I'm getting at here is, we break all this most of the time because no one else will do it, because people are such cowards. And so more and more, the military, you name it, reach out to us with the key information because they know we're crazy enough to publish it. And by crazy enough, crazy like a fox, crazy like Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, you'd have to be crazy to let the crooks running wild continue. You'd have to be crazy to lay down and die, basically, as a society. I'm not doing it. I'm actually sane. Take one look at Hastard and sees a big, giant, pus-filled pedophile. He can take a... Pedophiles have a look, folks. And the way he shot right to the top. But I never went with that until we had the intel and the specifics. And we, again, 9 years ago, broke it all down in an hour-long interview about Hastard and the pedophile ring and the pages and all the rest of it. And this is only coming out now so they can scare the daylights out of Congress to go along with the TPP and all the rest of it, the Trans-Pacific Partnership. But look at this. Administration preps new gun regulations. Oh, there's nobody coming after your guns. I've had CBS News and Al Jazeera. CBS News over the phone, Al Jazeera here in person in the last couple of weeks, and they'll look you straight in the face and go, there's no gun control in America. No one wants your guns, Mr. Jones. What do you say to that? And I'm sitting there with a TV camera on me, and I go, Well, a whole bunch of cities have totally banned them. The UN admits under UNIDIR they want the civilian ownership of firearms to be banned. And I quoted them, UNIDIR. They go, no, it's not. And then they had the producer start laughing at me like their peer pressure was going to affect me and make me feel like I was insane. They were involved in gaslighting. It's a total joke. Your mind control doesn't work on me, jerks. Do you understand that? Other than making me want to punch you in the face. I mean, yes, it makes me want to break your jaw. So I guess in a way it is working. But the difference is I don't act on that. I act on information warfare, and I assault you that way with the truth, up one side and down the other, viciously. Because you're the ones attacking us. You're the ones stealing our freedom. You're the ones turning us into slaves. You're the ones bankrupting our country and shutting down our industry. You people are a pack of criminal scum. I am sane, I see you, and I'm saying no, 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 no more. Look at this. They've got more than 15 bills that have been introduced to the Congress. Bill would require gun owners to have liability insurance or pay $10,000 fine. That's out of Alabama.com. Hey, let's expand on that. Here it is right here. The Justice Department, not Congress, plans to move forward this year with more than a dozen new gun-related regulations according to a list of rules. See, Hitler had rules. He just got rid of the voting after a while. Just he made rules and regulations. The Justice Department plans to move forward this year with more than a dozen new gun-related regulations, not laws, according to a list of rules. Rules like you have for your kids, because your house is a dictatorship, but not the country. The Justice Department plans to move forward this year with more than a dozen new gun-related regulations, according to a list of rules the agency has proposed to enact before the end of the Obama administration. And we'll tell you about those coming up. Of course, they're not releasing all of them now, but we know what they've done every other time, and we know what they just tried a month and a half ago, the AR-15 or 5.56 bullet ban. So that's coming up. I mean, I've now read 4 stories out of about 150. Oh, here's what I mentioned, Politico. Oh, look. There's the nice lady going in on the cover of it, and she's basically crying as Wendy Gonzalez learns that her prices are doubling. And, of course, that's on top of the doubling that already happened. And the lowest increases are only 50%, don't worry. The cost of Obamacare could rise for millions of Americans next year, with one insurer proposing a 50% hike in premiums, fueling the controversy of just about how affordable the Affordable Care Act really is. At first, it was free. Then it was the price of a phone bill, then a cable bill, then you could keep your doctor. Let me give everybody a little news flash for so-called liberals that tune in to hear. Let me explain something. Foreign corrupt insurance companies wrote the Patriot Act. They basically wrote the Obamacare Act. They wrote it all because they run the country. And their profits are up almost 50% each year on top of each other. A photo from the yearbook of the disgusting creature. And then you understand Barney Frank with his underage callboy ring run out of his 3-story townhouse and no one got in trouble. That came out in the 90s. And the midnight callboy ring over 200 times, underage, quote, callboys. I mean, imagine hundreds of people under 18, men, going to the White House to have sex. That was even the Washington Times. Nobody got in trouble. All these pages they get caught having sex with, male and female, mainly male, both parties. You're like, why is this happening? Because they recruit their people in, and it's a rite of passage that you rape children or you rape young people, and that's how you get into the cult. With the Crips or the Bloods, you got to go shoot a rival gang member, you got to kill a liquor store owner, you got to shoot at a cop to really become a made member of hardcore gangs. And I think that's disgusting, you know, shooting a cop, killing a liquor store owner, whatever. But, man, I got to say, it's not as sick as, like, having a pedo cult. It's all sick. I mean, you know, it's by degrees, but, I mean, it's really sick. And that's who runs America. You wonder why stuff's so twisted? Why Jocelyn Elders got up during the Clinton administration and said, you know, teach 5-year-olds how to masturbate. Reach down and help the little fellows. That creepy voice, a woman in an admiral outfit. These are freaks, folks. These are sickos. And they get up there on MSNBC.